Hello dear cotton sew tribe, welcome to another interesting tutorial. Okay guys, today we're going to learn how to recreate this beautiful stylish wrapped dress. It has armhole pieces that with bustier, and as you can see at the back vents there is splitting there. So I'm going to show you how to cut and sew this effortlessly from the beginning to the end. If this looks like what you want to learn, let's get into it in detail. I have all these materials to work with. So this dry lace here is 2 yards. I'll be using it for the project. So I have 3 yards of African prints here. Can you see? So we are going to combine the two materials together. And for my lining, I have 2 types of taffeta. So these are all the materials I'll be working with. Already I have on my pattern, I've drafted out my basic body, half scale basic body. So this is my shoulder line here. I have my bust line, my bust point. This here is my under bust, and this is my front length. So for the back block, I have my bust line and the back length. So if you don't know how to go about it, I have detailed tutorial on how to draft basic body on this channel. Now we are going to proceed to altering this pattern. So we are going to alter it to armhole princess dart with bustier. So to achieve that, you need to tighten your under bust. So this is my under bust line. You are going to measure whatever your under bust is, you divide it into 4 and measure it. So you are going to have some inches left. Whatever you have left, you are going to take it out from the center here. So from that last dart leg, go in by ½ inch and mark. So from that ½ inch, now you are going to take away the total amount you have left on the side. Can you see it? So having taken it away like this, you go ahead and bring it down. Can you see? Just the way I'm doing. Okay, so the next thing you are going to do is to use your curve to get the cup shape, just like you see me doing right now. So this is what it means to tighten your under bust. Now after tightening your under bust, you go ahead now to drawing your armhole princess dart. So just go to the mid armhole line. Can you see it? And you use your curve to connect it to the apex to your bust point, just like you see me doing. Now after this, you don't want to leave it like this. You are going to tighten your armhole. So I came down from the initial line by 1 inch. Can you see it? So and you are going to reconnect back to the bust point. Can you see it? Just go ahead and connect it like so. And you are going to extend this line now by the value you used to tighten the armhole. So in my own case, I used 1 inch. So that means I extended that line by 1 inch. And you are going to redraw your armhole. So it's as simple as this. So this is how to achieve a perfect armhole princess dart with bustier. So for my neckline, I did not use the standard 3 by 3 inches. I have used my real neck measurement. So for the depth I use 5, and for the width I use 4 inches. For my shoulder slope, I came down by 1.5 for the front and 1 inch for the back. So for my neck width for the back, 4, and the depth I use 2.5. So this is it. This is what we have for our upper bodies. So the next thing I'm going to do now is just to go ahead and cut it out so that we can transfer it to our fabric. So all these parts I am shading out here now means that they are not part of this pattern. I'm going to cut them out. So to cut this now, just watch what I am doing closely. So this is it, our patterns are ready. So I'm going to pack them aside now because I would like to work on the down part, the skirt part. So now this is it. I'm going to fold my fabric into two. I'm going to I'm going to consider the biggest circumference, which is my hip, to fold this fabric. So I've calculated it. I've added like 2 inches extra to the width of my hip. So we'll go ahead now, and the first thing I want to do here is just to draw the starting point. This line here is just like the starting point. I hope you can see it. Now after this, now you're going to just go ahead and measure. Now you know we have drafted our basic body, the upper part, so you will need to take it away from the length of your skirt, from the length of your full gown length. So my half length is 17 inches, so I'm going to take away half inch from that 17 inches, and that's going to be 16.5. that half inch is going to serve as the seam allowance I'm going to use to join the skirt to the blouse. So from that 16.5, I went ahead to measure my hip length, which is 24, and my knee length, which is 38. So and I proceed from there to measure the full length of my gown, which is 59 inches. So those are the vertical lines I'm going to have on this skirt. So I'll just go ahead and rule them out like so that you can see it. I hope you can see them. So this here is my knee length, and the last line there is going to be my full gown length. All right, so let's go ahead now and input all our circumferences. So for my waist, I'm going to input my waist divided by 4, and on the hip I'll go ahead and input my hip divided by 4. The hip I'm working with is 44 into 4 give me 11 inches. So whatever you have as your hip circumference, just take away 1.5 inches to get your knee circumference. Take away 1.5 inches, and whatever you have on your knee is what you are going to input on the hair. Do you get it now? So you go ahead and connect it together with your ruler as seen. So whatever you have on the knee is what you are going to input on the hem. So can you see it? And I'll connect it with my hip and the hip to the waistline. So this is what we have. Don't forget, I've not added my seam allowance, so I'll go ahead and add my seam allowance. So in my own case, I'm just adding 1.5. Feel free to use any allowance of your choice. Do you get it now? So after adding all the seam allowances, I'll just go ahead and connect it together again with my ruler. So after connecting it together, now you can just go ahead and cut it out. So this is the front block. So this here is what I'm going to place on another fabric folded into 2 again to cut my back block. Do you get it now? So I'll go ahead now and cut it out as seen. All right, this is what we have. This is our front block. So I'm placing it on another fabric folded into 2 like I said, but this time around at the center front I left 2 inches extra. So this 2 inches is going to be for the zipper allowance and our vent allowance. Do you get it now? So and I'll just go ahead and cut it out. It is as simple as that. So this is it. I have the 2 blocks cut together. So on the front block, I love coming down by ½ inch there. Can you see it? I'll just trim it out just to achieve a very neat finishing around the waistline. And for the back pieces, you have to cut it into 2 like so. I hope you understand. So this is it. We have 2 pieces for the back and just 1 piece for the front. So I'm going to pack them aside now. Can you see it? So we need to work on our wrapper. So I'm going to use this to illustrate the wrapper. So if you look at the video very well, the wrapper is coming from the right to the left. Now on the left side of your fabric, you know I added 2 inches seam allowance. You are going to take it away first. The 2 inches, you are going to take it away from the left. You mark your 2 inches. I hope you can see it now. And if you look at the wrapper does not enter into the seam allowance. Do you get it? So that again, I'm going to take away like 1.5 inches. Do you get it now? So that my wrapper will not enter into the seam allowance. Can you see it? I am taking away all this from the left side. So I'm going to mark that part very well. Just I will mark it. So, and I'm going to move to the down part. Can you see it? So whatever you have at the hem, you're going to measure it and just divide it into 2 equal halves. Can you see it now? I've divided it into 2 equal halves. I think I'm going to rotate. I'm going to flip this so that you can see it very well. So now this is what I'm trying to say. I have taken away 3.5 from the side, from the left side. So at the hem now, I measure the hem. I divided it into 2. Can you see it? So, and you are going to mark. So mark it like this. Now you are going to go in to the right side, go in by, let's say, 1.5 inches as well, because for you to achieve that slant effect. Do you get it now? So you connect it to the 3.5 you have on the waistline. Can you see it? So just mark it like I am doing now. I hope you get what I have explained. So after marking it like this is just to serve as a guide. You are not going to cut it away. So this is what I will do with it. I'll just go ahead and carefully follow the line to fold out the shape. Can you see what we have here? So just go ahead and fold it like this. This is going to be the shape of your wrapper. So can you see it? If you like, you can just spin it down so that the one you have folded in will not come outside. So this here that I have folded is what I will just carry. I'm going to lift it and place it on the dry lace material. So I'm going to lay this dry lace down now. I'm going to lay it down. Can you see it? The right side of my dry lace. So you are placing the right side of your African print on the right side of the dry lace. I hope you get it now. So make sure you arrange it properly, straighten everything up as seen. Can you see it? So I'm trying to adjust so that I can get the proper shape. So this is what we have. So at the center there, I will just add ½ inch to it. So that is going to serve as seam allowance to turn that part. And I'll just go ahead and trace it out as seen. So at the hem of the dry lace, I removed like 1.5 inches because I don't want it to get to the hem exactly. Do you get it? So if you place your dry lace on the African print, so you should have something like this. Can you see how slanted it is? So now, having done this now, I'll go ahead now and use these pieces to cut my lining. I'll just place them on the lining and cut out. So I've gone ahead to cut my linings. Can you see? Everything is ready. So I'll go ahead now and transfer this upper part on the fabric. So I've transferred everything. So on the shoulder I added ½ inch, neckline ½ inch. For zipper allowance I added 1 inch, and for the side seam I added 2 inches. So for this center piece I just added ½ inch all through. Can you see it? Now for the side of the front, I've gone ahead to cut my wording for the center. Can you see? So to get the measurement, I came down by 2 inches from the upper part, and I measure it all the way to the underbust. I came down by ½ inch from the underbust. And for the side piece, can you see it? I added my seam allowance 2 inches to the side and ½ inch all through. So to cut my wording, can you see it? I came down by 2 inches from the armhole, and I just like cut out this shape, like circle shape like this, just to get our cup size. Do you get it now? So this is it for it, and I've gone ahead to cut out all my lining. So I have 2 pieces for this wording. Now the next thing we're going to do now is to work on our sleeves. So to achieve these sleeves, I will just go ahead and fold my fabric on bias as seen. So just go ahead and fold it on bias. The wider the hem, the wider your sleeve is going to be. So now I'm going to measure the length of my sleeve, but you know there is like band on the hem of the sleeve. So from the actual length of my sleeve, which is 22, I took away 2 inches. So that means on this lace plus the seam allowance I measure 21 inches. Do you get it now? I measure my armhole and I added my seam allowance of just 1 inch. So for the wideness of the sleeve of the hem, I used 20 inches. So that means on fold I measure 10 inches there, and I just went ahead to connect it together. So I'm trying to check the length of my sleeve again so that everything will rhyme. So this is it. It's as simple as this. I'll go ahead and cut it out now. I'm going to cut 2 pieces for this, and I will show you how you can cut the band so that it will be very easy for you when you want to join. So I'll pack it aside now. Now to cut our band as well, you know we folded the sleeve on bias, so I will advise when you want to cut the band as well, you fold your fabric on bias. I hope you can see how I folded the Ankara fabric, and I'll just go ahead and measure my band. You know the band is supposed to be 2 inches, but plus the seam allowance for joining and turning the band, I will add 1 inch, so that will make it 3 inches. So, and I'll go ahead and cut out. Can you see the way I cut it? So I'm going to remove this now so that you can see how it looks. So this is it. This is what we have for the band. Can you see it? So we are done with the sleeve. I'll cut it out and we are going to proceed from there. All right, so this is it for the side front. Can you see it? I've gone ahead to line it with the lining, the taffeta, just to serve as underlay, the pink one. Can you see it? And I cut another one that is going to serve as the lining itself. So this is what we are going to do now. I'll take it to the sewing machine. I'm going to arrange everything. Can you see it? Right side, we face the right side. So I'm going to go and hold down all the wording. So I've held down the wording as seen with my sewing machine, and it's time to join the pieces together. So I love joining from the down part, so I will join from the down part using my seam allowance. Can you see it? So you place it right side facing right side. and this is what we have at the end of the day. So you do well to notch that part so that your wadding can relax very well. Now I've gone ahead to join my lining as well. Can you see it? So I'll take it down to the sewing machine, press open the same line, and I'm going to turn the neckline of both the front and the back. So let me go and do those things now. I'll come out. I've turned the back of the dress, and it's time to work on the down part. So this is it. I will join the skirt. This is the back skirt. I will join it at the hem first, and the front as well. I will join it at the hem. So this is it. I've joined my skirt pieces at the hem. So for the back, this is what you want to do. You can see the upper bodice. I am placing it on the skirt part, right side facing right side, and I am flipping over my lining over it. So I will join it on the waist and on the two sides, leaving 5 inches opening for the turning. So this is it. I've turned it and I left this 5 inches opening so that I can put my hand inside to turn it in out. So this is what I wanted to achieve. Can you see the waistline? I have concealed the same line. So that opening, I'll just fold it in and sew it down. So I've done that for the two pieces for the back. The next thing I want to do is to work on the back and fix my zipper. So from the starting point, I came down by my zipper length, which is 20 inches, and from the hem I went up by my slit length, which is 21 inches. Can you see it? And the remaining space here is what I am ruling out. So that part is where I will go and sew, and this upper part I'm going to fix my zipper. Do you get it now? So I'll fix my zipper and we'll come and work on the front block. So this is it. I've worked on the back, I fixed my zipper, and for the vents, so this is what we have for the vents. I have not done anything to it. We are still going to work on it later. Now to work on our front block, can you see it? So I have joined the wrapper at the hem as well. So, and I've prepared my rope. Here I have about 36 inches long for the rope, for the belt. So, and the width I have about, I use 4 inches. So by the time I sew it, I have 1.5 inches left. So this is what you want to do. You are going to fix your belt inside the wrapper. So you are going to come down by ½ inch from the beginning before you sew down the belt. So try and push it in. Do you get it now? And you are going to sew it from the waist. You are going to sew it all around, leaving like 5 inches for turning. So this is what I have done. I've sewn it all around. I left that open so that I can use it to turn it over. So when you turn it all around, this is what you are going to have. So I'll go and give it a good press. I'm going to finish up the opening. Now for the skirt part, so we're going to do the same thing we did to the back. So the upper bodice, you are going to place it on the skirt part, right side facing right side as seen. So if you did not get it very well for the front pieces, I want you to watch it carefully now. So just go ahead and pin it down, placing it right side facing right side like so, and you are going to flip your lining over it just like this, and you are going to sew it on the waistline. You are going to sew it down and you are going to sew it on the two sides. So I've done that. I've turned it over and I've given it a good press. So this is what we wanted to achieve. Can you see it? The waistline is neatly sewed down, and this is our wrapper. So I've secured the belt, everything is intact. We are going to place it on it. You can just go ahead and pin the second belt now. Can you see it? So I'm going to pin it down like that. So you are going to make sure you place it properly. You can just go ahead and arrange your wrapper very well and pin down. So I'm going to place the back block. It is set. I will join the shoulder together. Can you see it? So I'm going to turn the shoulder like so, and we'll come and shape the dress. So I've joined it at the shoulder. Can you see it? So it's time to input all our measurements. So make sure you use your own accurate body measurement. So here is it. I'm measuring my bust measurement, my waist measurement, and I'll just measure my under bust, connect everything together, just making sure that I get my accurate measurement. So I'll go and sew it down now. I've sewn it down, and this is what we have. Our belts are ready. Can you see it? So you can just easily flip it to the back like so. So it's time to fix our sleeve. So this is it. This is how I did this, the second one. So can you see it? I've turned my sleeve outside. I will go and sew it down using like 1/4 of an inch. I want to use French inseam finishing. Do you get it now? So after sewing it on 1/4 of an inch, I will now turn it inside before shaping. Can you see it? Before shaping the sleeve. So this is how I did this. I fixed my sleeves, and this is how the back is. So I discovered this tutorial is really getting longer than expected. So I am going to show you how I attach my pleating to the vent in another separate tutorial. So I'm going to drop the link in the description box. So this is the final outlook of our dress. I hope you find this tutorial helpful. If you do, kindly give us thumbs up. Do not forget to subscribe to this channel for more interesting tutorial. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.